Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you 5 tips and tricks for Amazon Fire Stick or Fire TV. So let's start. First one is how to enable developer options and install apps from unknown sources. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to our settings. Once we're in the settings, if you have Fire Stick, it's going to be on My Fire TV. If you have the Fire TV, it's going to be My Device and Settings, I believe. And since I have the Fire Stick, we're going to go My Fire TV. We're going to click on About. So once we're here, it's either going to say Fire TV Stick 4K Max or whichever Fire Stick you have. So all you have to do is just click on it 7 times. And for me, it already says no need, you're already a developer. So once we go back, we're going to go to developer options, and now we're going to enable apps from unknown sources. And if you want to, you can also enable ADB debugging. Now the second one I want to show you is how to enable developer menu. This one takes a little bit of work. It takes a few tries to succeed. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we are on a home page. So once we're there, what we're going to do is we're going to click select and down. And once we click select, which is the middle one, and then down, we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And once I release it, I'm going to press the menu. So what we're going to do is make sure we're on the home screen. I'm going to select and down, and we're going to hold that 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to press menu. And here we go. This is developer tools menu. So there's quite a few different options. I did a video, I'm going to post that in description to describe it more. But here you can do a lot of different options. You can enable system X-ray, and this option displays system information on the overlay. So for example, you can see how your CPU performs, and if you're doing some stuff that's gonna make the CPU work extra time, it will also give you the resolution on the top left corner. For me, this is a 1080p monitor, and the main one is it will give you the RAM. So it will give you how much you have and how much it's available. So for me, I only have 1 GB of RAM. This is Fire Stick 4K, and I only have 275 megabytes free. And another thing I like about this, it will give you the network. So for example, if you watch in a 4K movie, it will show you how many megabytes per second you're using. And I feel like that's very important if you have an internet provider that's capping your data. For me, it's 1.25, so I do have to be careful and not watch 4K movies every single day. Now there's also a little bit different option, advanced option, configuration panel. You can also record and share metrics, save zone, developer options, and network proxy and network advisor, where you can test your internet speed and stuff like that. All right, let's go with the number 3, which is how to restart your Fire Stick and Fire TV. Now, this is a very simple trick, but it's very, very helpful. For example, you have a couple buttons on your remote. Most times, all we have to do is click power and it will turn it off. But it doesn't actually turn off the Fire TV, it just puts it to sleep mode. Now, we can hold the home button, and what I do is this, I put it to sleep, and then I switch HDMI. Now what sleep does is just putting it basically to standby, so it's not restarting, it's not turning it off. And I do recommend everybody to restart your Fire TV or Fire Stick every few days. Now there's a long way to do this, which would be going to the settings, and now we're going to go My Fire TV, and here it is, restart. But there's an actual simple way. So all we're going to do is we're going to press the select, and then we're going to press play at the same time. So we're going to press it, hold it for a few seconds, and now it's going to say your Fire TV Stick 4K is powering off. So all it's going to do is going to power off and turn back on, basically restart. All right, let's go with the number 4, which is screen mirroring. Now, Fire Stick does have screen mirroring built in, but for some reason, sometimes it doesn't work. So what I did was I went to the App Store. I did a search for the AirPlay. And once it's here, there's a few different apps. The one I use is this one, AirPlay Up and P. So once we have that downloaded, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on our tablet or phone. We're gonna click screen mirroring. For me, I have 2 Fire Sticks, so we're gonna click on the second one, which I know this is, and here we go. And just like that, now we see my iPad screen showing up on my monitor or TV, whatever you're using. Control our phone on the iPad on big screen. Now you can access your videos, play music, you can do YouTube, whatever you want on your iPad, and it will show up on your screen. So now what we can do, we can just browse the web and it will show up on the big screen. For example, you can go YouTube and let's play one of my videos so I don't get copyrighted, but basically, and here we go, we can just click on one of the videos. Hello everyone. Today we're going to and just like that. And we can even increase the volume on the just like that, very easy. Once you're done using it, you can press the home button and you can just go through these settings on your iPad and just turn it off, stop mirroring, and just like that, we're back to the Fire Stick. All right, let's go with my final one, which is the Amazon Remote app. You can get it in any app store, Android or iPhone. So all you really have to do is go to the, so you're gonna click on the App Store and you're just gonna type in Amazon Remote, and this is the app, Amazon Fire TV. So once we open it, it's gonna ask you to pair it up. Once it's paired up, I feel like this app is very, very useful. The main reason I use this app is if I have to type in something big. So here is the keyboard, so you can just use the phone's keyboard to type in. And another good thing about it is, for example, if you don't have your remote handy, so this will open up all the apps. So for example, now I can just go on YouTube without even using my remote. I can, for example, I can go back to the home screen, or I can just browse it with here. So, and we can go left, we can click on some videos and stuff like that. So we can go back to the home screen. Now, another thing I like to use it is sometimes if I'm browsing the web on the Fire Stick, so the Fire Stick does have its own built-in browser. So we're gonna click on that. It's called Amazon Silk. And now, for example, let's say I want to type in something. Instead of me using the remote, I can just type it in here. So what we're gonna do is, once it's clicked on that, let me see if I'm, so we're gonna click on that, and now we're gonna get our keyboard out, press the keyboard. So now we can just type in whatever we want. And it's much easier than doing it with the Fire Stick remote, which we have to do each letter by itself. So very easy thing to do. All right, so those were my 5 tips and tricks. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It will really help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.